Hi. Well, hi there. Oh, it's my little Juno. Oh, my little donkey. Low carb, ketogenic, and carnivore diets they're sort of like an interesting lifestyle. They can be amazing and can be your worst enemy. I love to do myth busting videos, kind of shedding light on things that other gurus don't mention. For example, leaky gut. Most people have a leaking gut. I've done several videos on what leaky gut is, and it's having permeable holes in your small intestinal wall. And of course, the wall should be tight and yours opens up because I got a puppy right here. Where is he? uh, because people are exposed to toxins, they have stress, they do the sugar, processed food, chemicals, dyes. I mean, toxicity, stress, sugar, poor sleep. And people become malabsorptive when they can't absorb the nutrition. So they might have loose stool, yellow stools, big, huge leaky gut symptom, bloating all the time, food in their stool. A lot of people just don't understand, like, how do you develop such poor leaky gut when initially you thought you never ate that bad? So why are your symptoms so bad in comparison to the next person? So I'm going to pull up a video of this guy breaking down something I think a lot of you guys have not thought about. So let's get into it. Check out what this guy has to say. It's quite interesting. Now, there are books about leaky gut, like one in particular is called Wheat Belly, which was a great introduction back in the day, trying to explain to people how the protein in wheat, which has been genetically altered over time, wreaks havoc, not only on the wall itself of your small intestine, but also the little flowy hairs that keep food moving evenly into the bloodstream. So let's go check out what this gentleman has to say.
We have one food called wheat, and wheat is a very big problem because the wheat that we eat in the United States and in some other countries has been hybridized so much that our body does not identify it as wheat. It identifies it as an invader or a poison. And so we react to it. We have all sorts of problems. And only a tiny group of those people ever find this out. The tiny group are the ones that have a disease called celiac. But most people that react to wheat are reacting in ways that are not celiac. So it's a non-celiac wheat reactivity. And so they don't know it because their doctor says, oh, no, we ran that test and you're fine. And they really need to run a special test. It's called Cyrex Laboratories array number 3. That tests all the 24 ways you can react to wheat. It can take up to 6 weeks for wheat to clear out of your body.
So this is a very, very interesting little short video of him talking about the genetic modification or the hybridization of the wheat grain. And if you live your whole life on bread and crackers and breaded freaking chicken wings, your body begins to have an inflammatory response. Even if you don't have celiac, the wheat itself still is inflaming your digestive tract. And this is when you find people presenting high blood sugar, they're presenting skin issues, broken blood vessels around their nose, cracked nails, foamy urine, and of course the yellow stool. So let's say that you go into a carnivore protocol and you feel great at first. You feel great because you've taken these inflammatory foods away, the wheat, the sugar, the sweets, the processed foods. And vegans really experience this sort of beginner's high as well, where they feel so much better because they've cut out certain foods, but then they start just inundating their body with foods that the body can't handle, such as too much protein. And then people are presenting high uric acid levels and high B12 levels, and they're starting to have pain in their back because of high levels of protein, but they're dehydrated at the same time, or low blood pressure. You have to look at where your body came from. Where are we? Right. We're right here. Okay. You have to take a look at where your body came from, the journey that you've been on before you do a carnivore diet. Because the carnivore diet or a ketogenic diet is not going to fix you, especially a carnivore diet. Carnivore diet's worse because you have less of a diversity of foods. That means less bacteria. That means no fiber. That means certain medicinal and minerals that meat may not have a lot of, let's say like potassium. Now, don't get me wrong, protein is very important. In fact, it is just as important as anything else. But when you're dominant in food groups without diversifying your foods, you'll start seeing in time that first your body's like, oh my goodness, I don't have the wheat and I don't have the sugar, and my candida spore levels have dropped and I feel like I can sleep better. But then there's a rebound, because without Velcro of the prebiotic fiber. So prebiotic, I cannot talk tonight. Prebiotic fiber works as sort of a Velcro, attaches to bacteria in your gut and helps stabilize the gut microbiome. So again, at first you feel great because you've cut out the wheat, as you can see by this video, the man describing how wheat jacks up your gut, inflames your cells, and can be a leader to all of these weird types of autoimmunity like endometriosis and fibroids and malabsorption of vitamin D, foamy urine, thyroid problems where your body, the protein binding globulin is just robbing all of the thyroid hormone and you can't get it into the cells because you still have, let's say you fall off the wagon and you're still eating wheat, but you're having issues with your thyroid conversion of T4, or just literally having this T3 get into the cell, which you can't measure. It's very difficult. So you can like do a blood test and like, oh my God, my hormones are great, but really is your body using them? So you got to look at things like this guy's talking about, like the damage of wheat to the gut wall. Once the gut wall becomes inflamed, a reaction called cross-reactivity, an action rather, can happen where the brain cannot distinguish between wheat and rice and sometimes even fruit. So now you're eating foods that you used to eat, but now you're reacting to foods that you used to be able to eat all the time. And I just want to tell you guys that carnivore diets alone are not going to fix you. What is the state of your gut? What is the state of your hormones? Like, what's going on with your blood sugar prior to dropping out your carbs and just doing a carnivore diet? It's all super important. In the beginning, you can feel great on a carnivore diet or even a keto diet, but just wait, because now people are doing videos saying, why I quit carnivore, and a lot are doing them. And I'm telling you, same as veganism, same as keto, because you guys jump into things too fast, wanting quick results. That's why a lot of people bypass my channel and go towards other channels where everybody makes it so easy. And it's not. Just something as simple as this guy talking about the state of your gut wall and wheat. Well, he's actually talking about how the wheat in the US particularly is so over modified that people are responding to the lengthening chains of gluten. And in other countries, they may not have this reaction. But the reason why I want to point out the wheat is because if you do have leaky gut from eating wheat in your past, it could take a year for your body to seal back up that gut wall. So when you're doing carnivore and then like Christmas comes and you cheat and you have a piece of cake, the inflammation comes back. The candida albicans come back like this. Because a lot of you have candida, right? And it becomes opportunistic when your gut is leaking. Leaky gut, often coming from wheat, sugar, stress, alcohol, chemicals, dyes, fillers, all of that. And when you do a carnivore diet, you're not going to fix the leaking gut. I'm sorry, it's not enough. Because you got to consider your electrolytes, the hydration of the cells. You have to consider your gallbladder status. And you have to consider if your body's in ketosis or not. If you're not in ketosis, you're not going to get enough energy from meat. And then those holes like this in the gut wall from the days of eating bread, they won't seal up. They'll partially seal, but they won't fully seal. And carnivore diets alone, it's not going to make it seal. If you're not in ketosis, your electrolytes aren't functioning. There's nothing to stabilize your gut microbiome. And your diamine oxidase production begins to drop. That's an antihistamine. Then you guys are running towards the ancestral supplements, but then they're oxidizing in those capsules. Open them up. It smells like rotting flesh. Because you guys don't put it in the freezer. Your supplements aren't going to fix you. It's a whole 24-hour day. That will fix you. Comment below if you've done carnivore, if you've done it and you felt good at first, but now you're rebounding. Look at things like the status of your gut, your blood sugar, your hormones, and then your daily lifestyle. You're working out, not working out, time to go to bed. All of that matters. And I'm out. Oh, yeah. My Instagram is Stephanie Ketogenic. My Facebook fan page is Stephanie the Business Person. The Business Person. People named me that a long time ago. Someone said, you should call yourself Stephanie the Business Person. I was like, that's so cheesy. And now it's stuck. But I'm going to get rid of all those names and just have one. Stephanie Person. In person. I'm in person. Yeah. Okay, guys, I'm now 100% taking care of my mom. I'm getting everything organized. So things are coming together. I will announce everything once it's coming fully together. And I'm out because life is freaking good. It can be freaking bizarre, but it's amazing. If you need a consultation, you can also sign up through stephanieperson.com. Or if you want to join my course where I cover all 3 diets, because most y'all can't sustain carnivore very long. Just wait. I know. And I'm out. Peace.